The race narrows down to the official choice, that's Mallikarjun Kharge versus Shashi Tharoor. We just heard Shashi Tharoor saying it's a friendly election and how it really doesn't matter because they all have the same ideologies. Both of them expected to file their nominations around noon today.
That's right, and he also said we want the party to be stronger, but I'm not too sure about that. The fact that while you are having an election, subtly the message has been sent with Mr. Venugopal going and informing Mr. Kharge that he has the blessings of the Gandhis to contest, and it's in that backdrop that there are question marks about the whole election process as itself. In 2019, after the Congress performed miserably, Rahul Gandhi, after blaming senior Congress leaders, resigned as the Congress president, and it was in that context that he wanted a non-Gandhi person to take over the Congress party, and that was his belief. It has taken 4 years for this election to take place. We have seen a pandemic, we have seen the Congress dwindle further, election after election, loss after loss, and now after that the Gandhis' hold still continues very large in this party. It's now become clear that Mr. Kharge, even though it is not publicly going to be said by Sonia Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi, but he definitely has the blessings. And while they will not sign that nomination form, the delegates have been told he is the chosen one, and they are trooping in to the AICC office, leader after leader from state, to file that nomination form to show that Mr. Kharge is the person who has been chosen against, of course, Mr. Shashi Tharoor. It really, as Mr. Shashi Tharoor is pointing out, he's fighting for a certain ideology, for helping the party to become stronger. I don't know how strong it will become with this fight, but definitely it shows that there is a democratic process in the Congress party at this present juncture.
Right, given the fact that, like you said, he's got the blessings, of course, the Gandhis maintaining that these elections are going to be neutral, they're not going to be taking any sides, but clearly Mallikarjun Kharge coming out, it would be emerging as the front runner.
He's emerging as the front runner, and now the next question that we need to ask Divya is whether the same principle that was followed for Mr. Gehlot, that you must resign as the leader, as in Mr. Gehlot's case as the chief minister, that is why they call the CLP, to authorize the Congress president to decide. In the same context, Mr. Kharge, who I spoke this morning to and said he was filing his nomination, said he will resign as the leader of opposition. Whether he'll sign before he takes over, before he files in the nomination or not, these are issues that have to be worked out. But we saw Mr. Gehlot apologize, and then Mr. Venugopal say we'll decide about Rajasthan in a day or two in terms of the chief minister. It's in the same context that many people are now asking what is the same logic, whether the same principle will be followed. The third, of course, is the most important point, is about the dissenters who had met. And they have decided now to go for a consensus and support Mr. Kharge at this present juncture.
Right, so it's not just the Gandhis, but Mallikarjun Kharge is also getting the backing as far as the key dissenters are concerned, whether it's Manish Tiwari or also Huda.
Absolutely. They met Mr. Huda, Mr. Prithviraj Chauhan, Manish Tiwari, who I spoke to, says that he doesn't, he wants to go for, a consensus candidate, doesn't want to be the fall guy, and he was keen on contesting, but it's a little bit too late in the day after, the party was looked at various options and now finally deciding that it's too late for him to, contest, and he doesn't want to become the fall person. But definitely not many happy with the way the election process has done. They'll wait and watch. Mr. Kharge, as I said, is the second South Indian in recent history to become the president of it is all set to become the president after he officially gets elected after Mr. Narasimha Rao, who belonged to Andhra. Mr. Kharge, of course, belongs to the Hyderabad Gulbarga region and has been, a veteran MLA in the State Assembly, finally making a shift to Delhi in 2009. became the Labour Minister, subsequently the Railway Minister, and then of course the leader of opposition. I mean, he was the leader of the single largest party. He didn't get the leader of opposition status because the Congress had performed so badly that it was just with 44 MPs. And then of course subsequently in the next election, that is in 2019, he could not win a seat and then made an entry to the Rajya Sabha where he is the leader of the opposition now.